Hi. You may wonder why I've got this hairstyle again, because you'll see this near the end of the vlog. You'll also notice that there was no vlog intro. When I say at the beginning of these little clips that this is, it's been a while since I spoke to you, it really was a while, because I've gone through my memory cards and even scrolled through videos on my phone to see if I filmed a clip on my phone, and I didn't. I don't know what this week was, but it was a week of things. It is what it is, as they say, but here are a few thoughts on things that I read this week, which, let's be real, wasn't a lot, but yeah, we're ignoring the Mahusi roots. I'm thinking of going back blonde, but it's another chat for another time. I'm not liking this dark hair anymore. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the vlog. Hi. It's been a while since we talked. Since we talked. Since we had a little chin waggaroona. I'm sorry. Let me just sort out you and stand you up. So, where were we? I've not done much this week. I feel like I was so ready to just get on it last week, and this week has just not gone to plan. Fun times. But one thing I did do last night, well, no, on Friday, by the way, did I tell you this when I said hello? I don't know if I did. Last night I did the election vote count in my area. Holy Jesus, it was a long night, but it was so much fun. We had a good old laugh and it was great. I would do it again. But I'm so glad I booked a day off work, because non-functional for the whole of the day was I. I wasn't really all that tired. Like, when I was there, I was tired. And I was just like, oh my god. And once the people were like announced as to like which constituency MP had won, like, they did a whole speech. And fair enough, they had their campaign and whatnot, like filming them for their socials or whatever, and the press were there. But the rest of us, some of them were probably like really invested in the constituency result, but we'd been there since like 9:20. I'd been awake since the morning because I worked all day yesterday. I'd been awake since like 6 AM, and when it got to like 4:30, actually no, we finished the count at like 4:15. I didn't get out of there till gone 6, because they did the whole counting, and like everyone's speeches seemed to run for like 1,000,000 hours, and it was just like, oh god, I was so tired. I am so tired. So today's been a bit of a write-off, and then yesterday I didn't read at all because I was like working and then prepping some food and stuff, then went to the elections. And I don't know why I haven't filmed the day before. I don't think I filmed on Wednesday, I don't know. But I haven't got much reading done. I've started reading and I'm halfway through The Cavalier, The Heroes of the Empire. And I think that's all I've done this week. But I have been learning Korean. And I'm really enjoying it. Not sponsored, but I have been using an app called Booktours. I would highly recommend. This is very confusing to start with. Booktours breaks it down into simple steps, and it's about £7 a month. So I've gone with that rather than Duolingo, because for Korean, Duolingo's a no-no. For Spanish, French, all that malarkey, yes, but not for a more logical based language like Korean. But I'm having the best time learning it, and I've done only a few days. Like, I've only started this week properly, and I'm already picking up so much, and I'm loving it. And I think that when I actually sit down and focus on something, I feel like a language like this, for me and my brain, because of the way that it works, is easier to pick up once I focus than Spanish and German. Don't ask me why, but my brain likes it. But I'm gonna head off. I've been watching some vlogs. I'm gonna be continuing with the Cavalier from the Heroes of the Empire series, and I'm gonna try to pick up something else this weekend. We're staying home this weekend because I really just need a break to chill. My friend's working. I was gonna go to my parents' house again, but I'm just gonna skip a few weeks of that, go to my friend's next week, and just chill for tomorrow because I've got D&D on Sunday. So I'm just gonna relax, and we'll just see where this takes us. This is what we're doing. I'm gonna eat now because I haven't eaten all day because, you know, I've been thrown off. My routine has been thrown off. But I'm also then gonna sit down after I've eaten and do some more Korean before I start reading. I've decided to listen to First Down while I do some more beanie crocheting because I'm not ready for physical reading yet. But I've literally just started, and we've got the first chapter from James, and I'm listening to the audiobook obviously because I've got my headphones on, and in the book she writes I hang up, but the narrator said I hanged up. I hanged up. Like, why was that not big? That's not English, right? It's I hung up, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't. It's like I don't know. That just sounded so weird. Like why would you say hanged? Yeah, it's like first person present. Because he says that he and I do this and I smile at. But then, so then it makes sense that he says I hang up. But why would the narrator say hanged? That's gonna bug me. That's gonna bug me. And also, we jump straight into this with, I don't mind profanities in my books. Don't mind smut in my books. But we've gone straight in with the fucking and all that, and I know my language. Don't at me. My language is not the best. I am well aware of that. I feel like we've just jumped straight into this and I'm not even sure I'm a fan of him already. Anyway, let's move on. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to come in again. I'm really sorry. I'm literally on like the next page. But I'm gonna put my hand up for spoilers because you might care about this. But he's literally just walked into the school, university, college, whatever, because he's starting a new college. And he's like, I need to stay away from girls. Like, I don't need tits. And this, like, fair enough. He says that the girl behind the desk of the dean's office is like looking him up and down. So it is like she bends over in a way that like shows me the smell of her tits, and like she has a great pair of tits, but I need to focus on my football. And he's like, I walked away. I walk away, making sure not to wink, because she's gonna find me on campus and to declare that we're soulmates. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. What? What? Yeah, you may be an attractive guy, but not every single girl is going to declare you her soulmate. Just because she looked at you and thought you were attractive does not mean she's going to hunt you down on campus and declare you her soulmate if you wink at her and flirt a bit. Because you're just assuming she's psycho just by the fact that she smiled and bent over a little bit so you could see down her top. Well, you think she bent over so you could see down her top. Again, an assumption, but we move. I don't know if I can put up with this guy. We are literally on page like 3. If he turns out to be an absolute full of himself prick, he needs like just tone it down a notch. You may be attractive, you may have some women throwing themselves at you, but this assumption, I don't like this about men. I really don't. That's one trait in a guy I cannot stand. Yes, you can be attractive. You can appreciate your own attractiveness. But do not assume that every girl is going to fall at your feet. The same with women. Do not assume every guy's going to fall at your feet. Like, wind your neck in, tone it down, just a smidge, because I already am not a fan of this guy. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I've now finished First Down, and I don't know what I'm gonna rate it because I continued it. I was really considering DNFing this. This is an adult book, obviously, because of the smut content in this. But I don't know. I will say that I will put a spoiler tag somewhere around here because I feel like I need to discuss spoilers with you guys before you go into this. So, spoiler tag. Boop. First off, content warnings for self-harm, emotional abuse, neglect from a parent, and sexual assault. It's not like full penetration, but there's grabbing without consent. There's forcing a kiss on someone. There is assault in here, and I've double checked. There's nowhere are the content warnings. I'm sorry, but I'm well aware that some people don't believe that there should be content warnings. But for things like that, just a little heads up. Because I would have recommended, like, my friends are always looking for new contemporaries to read. But this is not what I'm going to recommend to anyone that has any particular triggers regarding what I've just said. And in all honesty, I probably wouldn't recommend this to anyone anyway. It's a quick read, but it's getting unhauled. James, is a... It's insta-lover. I can't get my words out, so it's insta-lover, which I'm not a massive fan of, but it's a really quick contemporary. I knew that it probably won't take forever to get into the, like, feelings for each other a bit, although the immediate attraction and wanting to, like, grow up each other consistently was a bit like, dude, there was no build up. It was like boom and then boom, and do you know what I mean? Like, it was quick. It was very quick. But although her ex was possessive in one way, I feel like he's very protective in a way that can kind of come across as also quite toxic. Maybe it's just me. I would want my guy to protect me against people like this, who like her ex. I 100% would. And if you are not going to protect your partner when they are assaulted, then that's shame on you. But the fact that I don't know, there's something about the way he acts that just doesn't sit right with me. I can fully appreciate the anger and the protection for someone you love, 100%. But if you've read it, you understand what I mean. His dad, twat, absolutely not. Would never want anybody to interfere in my love life the way that his dad did. Her mum, she had issues, also addiction, struggled with mental health, also in this, and it's a short book, so again, it's quite heavy topics. Her mum was just very neglectful, and you're supposed to dislike her. And again, because I've got spoilers up here, I am going to say this. I am well aware at the end of this there is a happy ending, it's a contemporary. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll turn my life around. But it's been 10 years since the thing happened with her mum to set her on this course of, like, a downward spiral. But she burnt down her own fucking flat. Like, why was that not the wake-up call? I didn't hate it, but for me, there were so many things in this that are problematic. It's, I don't know, it's getting on hold. It was okay. I wanted a quick contemporary that I could just listen to while I crocheted my beanie, and now trauma in the brain. I mean, if you're gonna have mental health issues and like self-harm and abusive relationships between either like a parent or child or partners, like, please have content warnings. It's not that hard to put an extra line at the beginning before your dedication, and like content warnings for these. It's not gonna spoil the book, but it's giving those people a heads up. Luckily for me, the issues around like relationships don't have a trigger per se. The things that I still have to work through, but they don't like cause a reaction in me when I read them. To the extent that it was discussed in here. Had it have been any, had it have gone further with the abuse, that probably would have been too much for me to read. But child, Grace, friend, please consider warnings. It's not difficult. Publisher, I don't know what the publisher is because it's now on the floor. But publisher, just content warnings, for the love of God, please. It's really not a big ask. Anyway, I feel like after that, I want to go to sleep. But also, the elections have thrown me off. It's now 4 AM and I'm wide awake. I'm going to have to try and stay awake through till tonight. Otherwise, my sleep pattern's going to be thrown off even more. So, on that basis, I will be reaching for the stars. Or shall we say, we'll be reaching for another book. Shall we read another book? We shall. I don't think another book from Grace Kelly, no, Grace Riley is going to get read. Because, we didn't particularly like that one. I do have Root Bound, which is also another small book, but that's a cowboy yeehaw romance. So we could try that. I do also have Icebreaker I could try and read, and Collide, both of which I have the audiobook for, I think. But I'm going to try for Root Bound first by Tara DeWitt. Despite her divorce, the absence of a pet, not having any genuine connection with other humans, and the fact that the remainder of her family is estranged from her life, Tate Logan is happy. Happy adjacent, at least. She has rebuilt herself through her photography, her dream career, the one thing she does still have. So when that career contracts her to do an assignment on her estranged family's home, Logan Range, a now famous ranch functioning as the setting for a popular show, she's left with no choice but to agree. Henry Markham has dedicated his life to the Logan family and to their ranch. He owes them for raising him, rescuing him, and for his life's purpose and opportunities. So when Tate Logan shows up after years of near silence, he takes it upon himself to protect the people he knows and loves. So we're going to go with cowboy romance, or ranch romance, country romance, whatever you want to call it. And this is, how long is it? It's 8 hours on audio, but I read it 2 speed, so it'll be about 4 hours. That's going to take me about 8 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with this first, and then I might switch to physical read. If I was tired, I would just sleep now and then get up at 8. You know what I mean? Like, give myself like a solid 4 hours. But I'm not tired. So, we move. Hello, hello, hello. Oof. Ignore the hair. I need to do something with it. It just needs a little shaping. Put a salon. Why can I not brain function? Why can I not word English? Yeah, so my sleeping pattern is still not great. I tried to not let the elections knock my sleeping pattern out too much, but then I ended up like crocheting and I was like really into it. Look, I'm making so much progress on this beanie and we're almost to a point where it can stretch to where it needs to, so then I can sew the ends in or fold it over, whatever it's called. And I fell asleep at like 9 o'clock and it's now 2 AM and I'm awake again. And I'm wide awake, like wide awake. Tell me why. Tell me why I've lived here over 9 years now. And in the space of those 9 years, I have maybe seen one spider. And I don't think you can blame it on the hot weather, because we have had periods of extremely hot weather within those 9 years. And then tell me why, all of a sudden, in 2024, spiders are just invading my safe space. I saw 2 today alone. I think I've seen maybe like 5 or 6 this year now, and prior to that I'd seen one over the previous 8.5 years. I've said it before and I say it again: invade my safe space, invade my personal space, you will get murdered. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Single reason this was a joke and it was just relating to spiders and bugs and creepy things like that, not people. However, if you're a person and you get my personal space, you might get head bob. Oh, I'm sorry for all those people that are like creature lovers and it's very much like, oh, throw the fly outside or throw the spider outside. No, shoo. That's what happens. Spider shoo is just the way of the world. So, way of my world anyway. I do apologise. But it just makes me feel really thinking of crawling all over everything. Anyway, that's by the by. I have come to you with a reading update. Did I tell you I finished Face Down? Don't read it. Not the best. I don't hate it, but meh. I'm hauling it. I then read Rootbound, and that is where it's at. Henry, sir. Sir. It wasn't really a Grumpy Sunshine, because she wasn't like sunshine, but he was grumpy. And he was a grumpy, like, ranch hand with trauma. I did want to go to Collide. I can't stop itching. I did want to go to Collide, but there's no audiobook available on Scribd / Everhand, whatever you want to call it for that. So I don't know. I might move on to Icebreaker next. I want to get to a point in my crocheting where I can put it together and sew the ends in, and then I can make my little ears. Then I can send it to my friend. And there'll be one beanie down over like 7 that I need to make. And I just thought I'd come on and say hi. I did go and get a shower at 4 o'clock in the morning, just for something to do. And now I'm gonna, I would say try and fall asleep again, but it's just not gonna happen. Like, my body's awake, I'm awake. I'm gonna go back to crocheting. I'm gonna probably watch some YouTube. I would say sort this mess out, but probably just throw it up in a ponytail, because that's what I do. I'm gonna go. It is now Monday morning and I forgot to close out the vlog. And have I just woken up? Yes, but we move. What did I do this weekend? I read a bit more of Heroes of the Empire and I'm cold, okay? Let me live my life. I read a bit more of Heroes of the Empire and I was still really enjoying it. If me. But this week I do need to start Fogbound. But that looks like pretty short. I say that. We'll see. I need to double check when my post is supposed to go live. But I'm now off work for the week. So, as well as prepping for something that I need to do on Monday next week, I can just chill. Chilling like a villain. And read. That is going to be next week's task. But thank you very much for joining me this week. If you like me and you want to see more of me, please like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. If you are here and you want to let me know you're here, you don't have anything to say, please leave a black heart, very much appreciated. And until next time, enjoy whatever you're doing, what you're not doing, and I'll see you all very soon.